Hi everybody, I'm here with Holly and her mum. We have some updates.
We do. So Holly's section came to an end and we have been asked by CAMS to remain in the hospital voluntarily until she reaches a certain weight, and they have said quite clearly that if we don't do that, that she would be sectioned again.
And that would be a section 3.
A section 3.
This time under a section 3, which is 6 months.
Mm.
Not because I'm a danger to myself or others, which is what a section's usually for, just because they want me to stay here.
So,
For what reason?
until she reaches a certain weight, which they've decided without discussion with Holly or I, and without taking into account that ARFID is a condition best treated in the community and at home, where she feels safe to eat and not scared all the time. So we are staying here voluntarily, but without the section we are able to have some small freedoms that we wouldn't otherwise have. So we're able to come to the restaurant for Holly to eat in a less clinical environment, and we are able to leave the hospital to reintroduce Holly to the world, because having been locked away for over a month, obviously there are all sorts of challenges going back out and about.
We also no longer have a mental health nurse watching me eat and following me around, because it was because the section's ended, so they can no longer justify it. But also CAMS was not paying for the mental health nurse. The NHS hospital ward was paying for the mental health nurse, which was completely eating up their budget. They just couldn't afford it.
And imagine what that money could have spent on instead. How much did they spend? You told me.
About £120,000 in 28 days.
And that's just a lot of money to ask of a surgical ward. Why are they paying for a mental health nurse to watch someone with ARFID eat? Doesn't make sense.
So the only things that mental health nurse was doing was taking Holly's observations, as in blood pressure and oxygen levels and temperature, and they were weighing her on a regular basis, and sitting in our room watching Holly eat.
It's funny how they say that it's voluntary you staying here when it's really not.
No,
It's under the threat of going through it all again for 6 months of section 3 is, right?
Yes, 6 months. So we are here. I would say we are here under duress rather than voluntarily. But the current situation is preferable for Holly's well-being in terms of not being sectioned.
Yeah.
Once I reach the weight they've decided, we'll be allowed to go home with but they've set a lot of kind of things they want, and if any of them are broken, they will section me again.
So even if your weight hasn't gone down?
Yeah. If I miss appointments, if engagement reduces, if I refuse to be weighed, or if we're late for an appointment often, or if the weight slows down too much, or if I lose any weight, or if there's any issues with any of the observations or blood tests and they believe there could be any health problems, and they've said they will section again.
But why section? Why not just say, look, you do need to come back in, we're going to see how it goes for a week and observe you? Why section? You came in voluntarily in the first place.
Well, I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Even if they said to us to present at the hospital again, we would be untrusting, I think, of whether that was their motive or not, just to deal with the current issue. You know, there's a lot of mistrust now, and a lot of harm has been done in terms of future engagement, probably, because it's so scary what's happened to Holly, you know.
What is it that they've made you adhere to when she's out, the engagement in the community?
So we have to take Holly to be weighed every day for 14 days. We have to have bloods once a week. She has to attend the Maudsley Hospital once a week. She has to attend an appointment with CAMS once a week, and that's for the first 14 days. And then for the next 14 days, which will take us up to 28 days, she has to do the same things but on a less, excuse me, slightly less intense.
But CAMS are the ones that sectioned.
CAMS were the ones that sectioned Holly, yes.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
clearly have no idea what they're doing.
No, none at all. None at all. And just so little understanding of ARFID, but even those that are supposedly experts in ARFID put Holly through a further assessment to almost try and disprove the ARFID, and pin a different eating disorder on her, which is not the case. And she was re-diagnosed with ARFID.
Since the last video, they've done no further testing other than re-diagnosing me with ARFID. So,
So they didn't look for the underlying cause of why you're not putting on weight?
They did a number of blood tests, and they did a chest x-ray, and they found nothing, and they found nothing in any observations. They pointedly asked me at one stage, what do you think the reason is that she's not gaining weight here? And
Stress?
I said stress and anxiety and the trauma you are putting her through.
Well, we will keep in touch with you,
Thank you.
obviously. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions, please do comment them. If anyone's unpleasant, you will be blocked. But we wish you luck and
Thank
hope that
you.
you can leave soon.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you. Sorry, Con.
And thank you for all the lovely messages and comments. They've been really kind. And thank you to Emma and everyone at AIM for supporting us through this.
You're very welcome, my darling. All right, okay. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.